Hello, Aquarius. Healing Grasshopper here to do your April 2025 reading. I've been away for quite some time. I'm very, very sorry. Um, I've had some things going on in my life, um, so I had to attend to that. And also, I'm not going to lie that YouTube has been very weird with its algorithm and just kind of ghosted me. Um, where I wasn't getting any views and people weren't seeing me. And in my other YouTube accounts, I wasn't seeing uh, my own grasshopper videos. So I don't know what happens. So that was discouraging. So it would be very helpful if you guys could make the quick gesture of liking and subscribing. That would help me greatly. Anywho, so this month, um, there is a kind of bittersweetness happening here. The bitterness, thankfully, is passing because we have the bouquet here, which is and these are Lenormand cards, by the way. We have the bouquet that talks about your blessing. Um, this could be anywhere from literal monetary blessing to just your resources. Um, And then the mice here denotes a number of things. This can be someone directly stealing from your money pile, or it can be more abstracted, subtle things like an accumulation of apps that are, you know, taking money from you monthly that you've forgotten about or haven't realized. So if you think that might be true, go have a look at your bank accounts and have a look at the apps that you're subscribed to and see if they aren't bleeding you dry. Because I know that I had to do a clean out of my own bank account with apps feeding off of me like leeches. Horrible. So, but the third thing is this can also be friends, those vampiric type people who, don't have any boundaries and think it's okay to place their responsibilities on you or constantly asking you for your time and your resources, that kind of thing. But the coffin is talking about an end to that. And oftentimes the coffin is very much like the death card. It just talks about an ending. And oftentimes endings are something that external beyond your control type thing. But I really feel like this coffin is a coffin of your own making. You starting to realize whatever it is that's bleeding you dry, and you're like, oh, no, I'm stopping this. I'm ending this. No more. No more of this. So, you know, we're not going to wait for this event to happen. We're going to have to make this happen. And you will, because the universe is going to point this out to you. Um, and one of the ways is me telling you, but there's going to be a string of other things probably that you're going to be like, you're going to follow the breadcrumb trail to, the problem, and you'll be able to vanquish it. So the tree is about growth, um, and you taking nourishment from the things around you. Um, that what does that mean? Nourishment like you going and deliberately finding resources to help you. Maybe you're um, finding an app that helps you stop the financial bleeding, helps you find the apps that are sucking you dry, or it can be anything. You going to therapy and having someone help you realize um, the burdens that you've taken on over time and how, they're not yours and what you should be releasing from your life. That kind of thing. There's some kind of spiritual and psychological growth here that's happening that's going to produce a really good outcome. And this is going to be ongoing. It's going to start in April and it's going to continue to grow through the months. So let's see what tarot tells us. This is April 2025 to Aquarius spirit, please. What do we have for Aquarius? Six of Cups. Okay, that's an interesting way of Six of Cups first. Yes. So, hold on. Let's get our third. Okay. So the Six of Cups talks about your relationships. And these are relationships that you've had for a while, some of them since childhood, adolescence, that kind of thing, or just very long established relationships. Doesn't need to be that um, far, but um, relationships that you're emotionally invested in. That there are some of these, in contrast to the mice here, you have some support here that's bringing you, hold on just a second, that's bringing you towards action. So, and the Knight of Pentacles talks about um, a productive action that's not, that takes time, that's not um, fast and abrupt. This is slow and steady action, planning, and that kind of thing. So, this very much talks about this ending here, and it's right under the coffin where I said that this coffin is not going to be beyond your control. This is a calculated and planned death where you yourself are ending this. And Knight of Pentacles is corroborating that, where it's talking about this is your action, your steady movement here towards something productive. So there's going to be some kind of support here that's going to help you move in this direction of resolution. Um, so it doesn't necessarily need to be uh, long friendships, um, old friendships. It can also be some kind of help. It can even be an organization, a credit uh, coach, that kind of thing. Something that makes you feel safe and supported. That's going to help you move on to the Sun and the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is action and being productive. Um, so again, you finding out what to do with guidance, you doing the planning and then putting it to action. Then you have Six of Pentacles under the Six of Cups. So perfect. Talks about you. Hold on. Let's get. Whoops. Three of Pentacles. Okay. And the Ten of Swords. Let's get the rest of the card. Very interested to see. Okay. Very good. We need two more, please, Spirit. Very good. There's a very like exhale kind of relief type feeling that I have. So I have a feeling that this has been bothering you for quite some time. Like there's been anxiety about finances or about how to move forward in some way that you're going to start to see how you can resolve this. And it's okay. Yeah, like I said, anxiety. The King of Cups tells me that this anxiety is really going to be it's going to be resolved. You're going to be able to get a handle on it. But let's go over to the Six of Pentacles here that tells me that you are going to be, like I said, you're going to be supported and helped by some kind of entity, organization, or something, or even a mentor type person that's going to tell you what direction you might want to go in. Six of Pentacles, again, is someone who is being generous with their time, their resources. They're really going um, to help you, really going to help you have all of the resources, the information, the maybe money, the type of maybe credit in some way, a loan, um, the confidence. The cup here is telling me the information, you know, all of that is going to come together for you. Um, the Three of Pentacles talks about how your confidence is going to be so palpable by others that they're going to want to know what's going on in your life. Um, and you are not going to be, you're not going to feel like you're supported in this at all. There's a block here. Careful of your friends, guys. That they, not everyone wishes you well. There are going to be some friends who see you pulling away from your troubles, and they're not going to like it. You know, misery loves company. You have some friends that, you know, in the beginning here, you're bleeding money or resources. You have some kind of blockage, um, some kind of impedance of your progress here that there are some of your friends who are observing and kind of it makes them feel comfortable because they feel that same lack. But then as they watch you starting to pull away from your troubles, there's going to be some hating on you for that. So look out for that. These are the kind of people who when you tell them you found this great credit coach or whatever, they try and talk you out of it, type of thing, and they give you every pessimistic reason under the sun not to do what you're doing and that kind of thing, which also reminds me that when you start a new project, you should really keep it to yourself. I know it's going to feel good and you want to shout it to the rooftops, the wonderful change that you're making, but don't, because these people want to throw their negative energy into your plans. So just don't tell anyone. And if you do, watch out for this and be sure to discard anything that they tell you and then stop sharing with them, right? The magician talks about all of the resources that are going to come to you through this stream here of support. This is resources, confidence in the resources, and the vision of success moving forward. You see yourself in the next 6 months removing yourself from this situation. Five of Cups is you looking back a little at your troubles and also looking at the present, at some of the not so supportive things in your life. That's okay. Everyone has that in their life, Aquarius. Don't let that bother you. Some people are jerks. Oh well, let's move on and not worry about them, because there are plenty of people that will come into your life that the universe is going to send to you to help you. So, and some of these people that are hating on you, you love them. You've known them for a long time. You have fun with them or whatever it is, but some people are in your life for a season, Aquarius. And that might be part of this coffin as well, where you're starting to see in your time of need who your friends really are. And there's a moment here of mourning, but you've got two full cups behind you. Let's not forget, these upright cups are your blessings. So the universe is just reminding you to, it's natural to grieve, but don't stay there too long. Because here's the King of Cups directly relating to the Five of Cups, where you do indeed have that period of mourning, but then here you are in control of your emotions and not letting it get in the way of your success. Okay? Because the King of Cups is the master of his own emotions. He doesn't let his emotions overwhelm him and impede him, right? So let's get an outcome card here. Whoa. All right, we've got two. Ace of Swords. So there is, for you to be successful in removing yourself from the situation, there needs to be a lot of planning and forethought, and that's what the Knight of Pentacles talks about too. Knight of Pentacles is not in a rush. He plans. He really maps his journey out before he starts moving, right? The Ace of Swords is talking about this. But this also talks about the universe helping you too, that you're not alone in your planning and your forethought, that you're going to have this support and you're also going to have um, downloads and that kind of things from your spirit guides. So, not to worry. The King of Swords. right? So we have a lot of air energy here. This is all about thought. And look at King of Swords right next to the Ten of Swords, too. King of Swords is the destroy destroyer of bullshit. He knows the BS when he sees it coming. He's very unconcerned about it. Um, and there are butterflies behind him. This this position of observation that he's in helps him make decisions for his life that helps him grow moving forward, right? Because in every adverse situation there's a lesson, and he knows this. That's what the butterflies in the back are about. He can grow from the shit that he's wading through. He doesn't miss a trick, and he doesn't miss a lesson to learn from either. So that's going to be you. And remember, I said before, you're going to be in a situation where you're really going to learn who your friends are. That's the King of Swords. He sits there and he observes and he sees what's really going on, right? So let's see. Any more tarot? No more tarot. Um, let's see which cards we're going to use for advice. Sonia Choquette, Esther Hicks. Any of these? Messages from the universe? Okay. All right. Let's take a message from the universe. Okay. If you didn't get something you really wanted at this time, if you feel stuck or feel like things are not going according to your plans, know that something bigger and better is coming. The sun, right? Filled with divine magic that couldn't come into your life if you were to receive what you are asking for now. Okay? This very much relates to this mice in the bouquet here. Um, I've observed this in my own life a few times where when I look back, I understood what the universe was doing in my life, where um, I felt I was blocked, but then I found out that there were people working against me, right? And then after I cleared out those people in my life, there were blessings that came in after that, right? So if you were to receive what you're asking now, so you can think of this as the universe protecting you from the mice. The universe has put your blessings on hold because there are too many mice in your life. There are too many people taking from you. So before you move forward, the universe wants you to clean house first. All right? I think that's what I'm going to call this reading too. Cleaning house before blessings. It's very important. Because sometimes we can really accumulate those mice in our life. It's no good. And you know what? The other thing, Aquarius, is that you are the altruistic people in the zodiac. You're forever wanting to be there for people, help people, get people together for the greater good and that kind of thing. And people will take advantage of that. And while you're putting things together, you're not really noticing people's motives. And sometimes the universe will step in and work on that. Like, well, Aquarius is, a little distracted here. Let's get Aquarius to pay attention to what's going on in Aquarius's life that's taking from them, the mice. Okay? So that's all that is a period of, you know, stopping and assessing. It is good to talk to you again, Aquarius. I will not be leaving you again. I appreciate your support. If you've stayed with me this long, drop me a line. I love to engage with you in the comments. I answer every single one. I love you. I send you love and blessings. Many, many blessings.